Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for our devotional. Today we're in Acts chapter 9. I'm going to be reading verses 3 through 5. It reads, "Now as he went on his way," that's Saul, "he approached Damascus, and suddenly a light from heaven shone around him, and falling to the ground, he heard a voice saying to him, 'Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?' And he said," that's Saul, "Who are you, Lord?" And the voice said, "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting." So here's the context. Saul, who is a respected leader of the Pharisees, is absolutely determined to arrest and punish followers of Jesus for religious blasphemy. Currently, he's traveling to Damascus, a nearby city, where several recent converts have fled. Many recent believers had actually left Jerusalem because of increased persecution by Saul himself and escaped to all these nearby cities. And Damascus was one of those cities. It was home to probably about 40 local synagogues. And now the message of Jesus was spreading like wildfire through these local synagogues. And Saul wants to put an end to this movement. And keep in mind, Saul is completely convinced he is right, when actually he's dead wrong. Now, to a lesser degree, I've had several moments in my life where I was convinced I was right, but came to realize I was dead wrong. And as I recount these moments, I can recall being completely convinced of my position. I even defended my position with zeal. And when opposed, I became even more zealous, citing additional proofs for my bent, only finally to be proved wrong, and thus humiliated after taking a strong position for a mistaken bias. Now, if you've ever had to eat crow like this, you may know what this moment is like for Saul, except we need to remember that Saul's experience is a little bit more extreme, given that he is trying to kill Christians and is about to have a come to Jesus meeting with the risen Lord, literally. And I bet this confrontation was disturbing for him. I mean, really disturbing for many reasons. Number one, first, he discovers that Jesus is alive and is directly addressing him. Second, this infers that the message that converts are declaring is true and not false, as he has supposed. Third, it means that his zealousness against them is completely misplaced, including his present mission to Damascus. Fourth, this means that he has to either confront his bias or deny it. Fifth, if he chooses to confront his bias, this would demand that he make a personal decision about what he's going to do with the risen Lord. And sixth, this would mean he needs to rethink a lifetime of biases regarding his education in the scriptures, resulting in him rejecting actually the cult of the Pharisees and walking away from the career he has spent his life building. Now, this is a man who's about to come undone by a single encounter with Jesus Christ. And I really believe this is always the case. When the revelation of Jesus confronts us, we must come undone. And we must address not only our positions and our biases and zeal, but the years of learning and everything we have built for ourselves. But it really only comes down to one question. When you are confronted by the truth about Jesus, what will you do? Will you choose to continue to live in your mistaken biases, which some do? Or are you humble enough to accept the truth of a risen Lord who will make you rethink everything? And I mean everything. Thank you for joining me for this devotional today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, do me a favor, share it with someone you know. Hit that subscribe button, that like button on your social media outlet. Do me a favor, leave a comment as well, and I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.